going on in this world, man. We got bridges collapsing. We got people that barely can find a job, and on top of that, they're giving all these immigrants in New York City and other places debit cards when everybody is struggling in America, which doesn't make any sense. On top of that, waiting to go to college, and my financial aid is basically in review for the longest because of the immigration. Everybody coming here. It's just hard to make a living working a regular job. I'm a baking manager, and I only make under $40,000 a year, and it's not paying none of the bills. Everything keeps going up, but going up. I wonder if anybody else is having the same problem. Crazy. What we need to do in America is really come about this helping everybody else and help, because we're not getting nowhere. Nobody is giving us a helping hand. Everybody's greedy. On top of that, they tell you in school that you can't be the president, but then they allow people like Donald, like whoever, they allow regular people to be presidents, even characters. And then in school, they don't teach you nothing about finance and how to own a house, how to build your own business. They teach you how to be the next worker, which is not helpful. Anybody else is having these problems? I want to know. Comment. How is the area that you're living in? Like, what is going on in the area that you're living in? What's the jobs look like? Are you guys getting college paid, or is it backed up like mine? Like, what's really going on in the world, man? Then we just keep letting people in this country. We keep helping them, we're not helping ourselves. I don't get it. We can't get help. And the only way is there's no middle class no more. There's literally you're rich or you're poor. I used to be in the middle class, but now I'm down at making less than $40,000 a year. There's no middle class no more. But it don't even matter. As long as you keep pushing, I guess, especially if you have a family, you gotta do what you gotta do. Right now, I'm trying to go to college, but with this immigration problem, they're pushing everything back. I gotta wait an extra 2 months. I live in the New York State area, and it's crazy. And then all the time you turn on the news, you just see bridges collapsing, immigration fighting people. Nobody wants to work no more because of this. It's just crazy. But I don't know. I don't know who Christopher Moore is. I'm not about to hit the gritty. For what? We got bigger problems to talk about. We need people to come together, especially to fight this immigration problem, man. They just handed these immigrants debit cards. For what? We've been living here how long? I've been living in America my whole life. I haven't got a debit card from the government. It's crazy. But put in the comments, what do everybody do for a living? I want to know. Is anybody having a problem with college? Are they signing up? Are they doing anything productive? Are they not realizing what's going on in this world? And on top of that, this eclipse thing. What's going on with this eclipse thing? They're sitting here telling everybody to pre-plan, stay inside, you got to have glasses. Is this resurrection? Is this the Most High coming down here for that day? Or is everything going to change after that happens? Like, I want to know, what's people's thoughts on that? Like, what's going on with this eclipse? Because they're telling everybody to prepare for it. Like, I want to know why we got to prepare for something that's supposed to happen like that, but why are they so worried about it? Why we like, it's just ridiculous. And then every time you turn on the news, you see nothing but they're letting thousands and hundreds of people in this country for what? It's hard as it is for everybody. Only way you can make money is in the health field, really. Like, I don't get it, but you really can't even make money in the health field no more, because I see nurses, literally doctors, they're so far in debt going to school They chain smoke. Most of them are out of shape. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's just, people in America, we need to do more. We need to figure out what we're going to do. We need to stand together. We just need to do better, man. Like, because this is not worth it. Like, I'm tired of just, every time you turn on the news, they're just letting more people in this country, and they're helping them. Like, how does somebody come to this country and get a job? They get everything before us. Like, we've been living here. Like, they're even getting debit cards. Does anybody hear about that? They're giving all these immigrants debit cards. You can't even go to New York City without, take the subway without the National Guard. On top of that, every entertainer, if you watch the Nickelodeon thing, like, that was crazy, what they do with these kids. Not only that, the P. Diddy thing that they just arrested him for, like, they all been doing these weird things for years. And then the richer you are, the weirder the things you do. I'm mixed with everything, whoever that is asking. I'm mixed with everything. I'm what you call a mutt. But I hope everybody is doing good, because everybody needs to have more talks and be honest with themselves. Sometimes venting. You know, one of the biggest things in this world that people are struggling with is mental health issues. So many people are depressed and they walk around like they're not depressed. I'm one of them people. Every day I think about what's going to happen in the future, and it's ridiculous. Even this bridge collapsing. I believe they did that on purpose. I believe they collapsed right into that bridge in Maryland on purpose. Like, there's destruction all around us, and it doesn't make any sense. But I'm just wishing that in America that we get it together and stop helping everybody else but our own people. I just don't get it. Like, I'm just looking at the news right now. You can see, yeah, every time you turn it on, you see some stuff. And then they got, who's, like, why did they even let Biden become president? Like, I don't get that. He's probably, like, the slowest person that we know. Like, I don't even know if he's real. Is he a robot? Does anybody know? Is Biden a robot? Because he acts like a robot. And then Trump is like 80, even though he could help us probably better than anybody else. Like, really, he's not going to save all of us. You know that. Because even if you're the president, you got to go through a whole bunch of other people just to get anything done. And those people pull the strings. The people that endorse the president, like BlackRock and all these, I think it's BlackRock, all these high-up corporations, they're running the country behind the scenes, like the owners of Walmart. Whoever, basically, you follow the money, you follow the problem. But that's what's going on in this world, man. And we all stuck in here basically working till we're 65. Who wants to work until you're 65 now? Unless you get, like, basically lucky. And not everybody in this world is going to be lucky like that. But I wish everybody the best, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just talking for no reason. I just want to know everybody else that have the same problem. Because I know people that are working 4 or 5 jobs, 3 jobs, just to get nowhere. Yeah, they can have a house, they have a couple cars, but they're literally paying for that for 30 years, 15 years. Then they refinance their house. Then they pay on it. By the time they pay off their house, even if they do, you can still get your house taken if you don't pay taxes. You could pass your belongings down to somebody, literally pass it down to your kids, and if they're not educated in how to navigate or fix it or anything, pay the tax, like finances, they're going to be lost. Like, I just don't know, man. I just wish that they would help us more than they start helping everybody else. It seems like everybody else who comes into this country gets a better, like, even my area, like, they'll help the Chinese, they'll help the Bosnians. There was like a whole bunch of different races that came in here recently that they rather help than our own people that's been here. We've been here for a long time. Generations. Like, I have Native American ancestry, and they've been here for generations, and we, like, I don't know, we can't get a fair share unless you're like one of them fake ones that own a casino, which they're not the real Indians. They're not. They're what you call the fake ones that look Asian. Native Americans weren't Asians. They're not at all. Those are more like Eskimos. Like, seriously. They lied to us in history. They lied to us, you name it. In school, they lied to us. They lie to us in church. They lie to us. The government lies to us. They want you to basically follow a whole bunch of rules so that you don't get out of line, to let you know that you're, like in religion, they say if you do something bad, you go to hell. Well, we're living in hell. So I don't understand what they're saying where hell could be. We know heaven is supposedly above the firmament, which I believe there is, because in every biblical text, even in the Bible, they say there's a firmament. And we know they stole that from a whole bunch of older texts, like the Anunnaki and all that. They stole all that stuff to write the Bible. And that's the reason why Babylon fell. But I know real history, not what they tell you. They want you to believe that everything in school. Why are we learning the same thing? My kids are literally learning the same thing I learned in school. It doesn't make any sense. Times have changed. We need to start teaching kids about finance. We need to start teaching kids about loans. We need to start teaching kids how to own their own business, which, why don't they have a own your own business course in high school? Middle school, any type, you know what I mean? They teach you what they want to teach you, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's not getting people nowhere. I just don't understand it. I wonder what's going to happen in the future. Where we're going to go as a people. I know everybody else is wondering that same question, because I know y'all tired of working forever. Nobody wants to work until you're 65, retire, and then maybe you could take a vacation, have your house paid off by the time you're 50. Renting's like, I don't know, man. And even in smaller cities, rent is over $1,000 for 1950 houses. Let's start there. Like, this world's out of control. Like, that's why, like, they're not even talking about the population decline. A lot of people younger than me, they don't want to have kids because they can't afford it. The population in America has declined so much. And only the way, like, you can have kids nowadays with financial assistance, you got to have a two-income household. And a lot of people, because of social media, they don't want to get married no more. Not only that, a marriage is a contract between two people. It's easy to get into, it's harder to get out of, just in case it don't work out. You got to literally pay somebody to be in your business to get you out of marriage. Like, I don't understand that neither. Why can't two people just come together and be like, hey, we don't want to do this no more? Why we got to get the government involved with everything when they're not even helping us? And then even people like Edward Snowden, like stuff like that, they've been telling us for years that the government spies on us. They do a lot of things that, you name it, like it's not right, man. And then now they're helping everybody else but us. They're helping these illegal immigrants. Now the illegal immigrants are going into, especially down in the western states, like down south and stuff, they're literally taking over people's houses. And the people can't get them out of their houses. They're not telling nobody this, but if you pay attention, if you watch social media, like, and that's a downcline, like, I'm starting to realize social media is not for everybody. Destroys families. Then you got, how many social medias? You got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. How much of that of your day is taken up by just, like, if you have one of those? Like, me, I only have two. Man. I don't need Instagram. I don't need all that unless something happens. But they all do the same thing. But I watch people who ruin their lives just watching people live their life, and they only post the happy moments on these things. They don't post the downside. They don't post when everything's going bad. You know what I mean? I want to know what everybody else is doing out there. Right now, I manage a bakery, which I'm the only one here most of the time. And that only pays 40-something thousand. It's not worth it. And after they take the taxes from you, you're underwater, man. And I want to know what's really going on in this world. Everybody out there, what's going on? How's America treating y'all? Y'all getting a fair handshake? Is the immigration hurting y'all like it is in New York? I just want to know. I just want to know. But subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be going live. Give you updates in my area. This is the upstate New York area, which is hitting here too. Inflation, everything is. Like, you can't get rent or buy a house without the interest rate so high. I looked into it. I've been saving for a house. You can't rent until you save for a house. It's like rent is over 1,000 plus. Even upstate New York is ridiculous. Like, these people want first month, last month's rent. They want security deposit. Like, it's and the houses don't even be fixed up most of the time. Like, they're old houses. And then to buy a house, like, you're paying that shit for 30 years, man. That doesn't make any sense. Why we gotta pay 30 years? Why can't they make everything affordable? Why can't they just print us more money since they print it for everybody else? Like, they're giving our money away to everybody else. Like, I feel bad for people sometimes that all they know is basically welfare, and they just know the bottom. But everybody has to start from some point, but stop helping people that are not from here. Help us first. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, let's do more for people in this country, especially people that's been here. Like I said, I got Native American roots. We don't get nothing unless you're the fake one. When you gotta be a fake, you gotta sell your soul for $1. I really believe that, because look at the P. Diddy situation. Look at the Nickelodeon situation where all those people on Nickelodeon, they were doing that stuff to them kids, man. They've been doing it on Disney. You don't think they do it on Disney? I was about to take a Disney cruise with my kids, but now I'm thinking twice. Look at this Nickelodeon thing. You don't think they do